世界でたった一隻の島風型駆逐艦島風参上しました。島風についてきてくださいね。
Hello and welcome. Today we are in the Tier 8 Japanese destroyer, the Yukikaze. What you just heard was Azur Lane's Shimakaze, but today we're gonna be going with the default. This is the menu where you can change all of your captain voiceovers, where we will have Miyuki whisper in our ears another time. So, we spawn near the 8 cap, we're gonna play near the 8 cap. I like this ship. Yukikaze is a tier 8 destroyer, like the other Japanese ones, except that she has 8-kilometer torpedoes, which is considered a bit of a meme at times. They're very effective torpedoes, for Japanese torpedoes anyway, but they're only 8 kilometers. And you know, that causes problems, like that cruiser right now is out of my range. But she is sailing towards me, which means that she will be in range eventually. Now, Shimakaze has the same torpedoes. She can also select these 8-kilometer torpedoes. But I think at tier 10, these are much more meme than they are at tier 8. Because at tier 8 you don't have this large amount of 10-kilometer and 12-kilometer radars. On top of that, Yukikaze's concealment radius is significantly better than Shimakaze's. Like, that submarine just got spotted and she dove, instead of me being spotted for a long time. In a Shimakaze, I would have been long spotted there. Also, these torpedoes hit really hard. I mean, that's 12,000 HP. That's basically half of that cruiser's, or like 40% of that cruiser's HP gone from one torpedo hit. Okay, I only did 10k, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Gun-wise, it's the same as the Kagero class destroyers, I think. So, in other words, the only difference really is the torpedoes. But I really think that these torpedoes are fun to play with, because you just have to get close and it just leads to fun matches. Although it's a little less fun these days when submarines are around because of their spotting. Your concealment radius is very, very good, and it's actually really good for dealing with enemy destroyers. But with submarines it can be a bit tricky, because they can do these weird things where they, you know, dive underwater and then suddenly pop up. You can't press the advantage even if you know that you should be safe, right, from not being spotted. At least not every time. Oh no, these torpedoes are... oh no. Wow, these torpedoes were dodged perfectly. I wish every torpedo I dodged worked like that. The other thing is that these submarines have a lot of HP, and the only way for you to deal with them would be to basically sail on top of them and just dump depth charges. The main gun range is also pretty short though. Okay, that's I guess one other difference from Kagero, I believe. But in a way it's also a good thing, because it means that you can open fire without your your concealment radius blooming out as much. By the way, we've still defended this ACAP. Our cruisers and battleship haven't been nearly as aggressive as theirs has been. There's no submarine on our side here. Well, our submarine is on vacation, okay? So, this is pretty good that we've been able to hold on to this cap for as long as we have. And hopefully we can continue doing so. The U-190 is back. Might be worthwhile to take a shot again. And she dives again. Sadly, the Leon is within range this time, so I'm gonna stay spotted for the entire 20 seconds. I have full HP though, so I'm willing to wait a little bit, maybe even get hit once by gunfire. But that didn't happen, so we're gonna be okay. I'm just gonna hope that the submarine is on the surface. Maybe I'll get a hit. I didn't. It's fine though. As long as we can hold on to this capzone, I think we'll be good. We should be winning pretty overwhelmingly on the sea cap, and I think if enough time passes, they will wrap around and come help us. So, all we have to do is just stall them. We don't really even have to make sure that they don't get the cap. But I mean, come on, this is my cap. Ain't no way I'm letting some dirty red ships take it. Okay, maybe they can take it, but I'm not gonna let them keep it. This is a pretty tricky situation. That's a cruiser. However, it basically is armored with sheets of paper, so my gunfire is pretty effective against her, especially when she's so close that I can land all 6 shells. I think like 2 more salvos might be enough to sink the Uganda.
Well done, Commander.
Come on. Oh, yeah, 2 salvos. Let's go. No. That only 4 hits too. And the submarine is being a little tricky. I wonder. Hopefully the Leon will sail into the torps. If I see the Uganda, I'm taking a shot, I think. Okay, I was a little distracted by the Soyuz from the other side. But we did hit the torpedo on the Leon, so I think we're gonna be fine. Because the Leon is gonna go down, and I think at that point it might be possible for our Nelson to go in, because she has a lot of HP. Sure, the cruisers have been turned around, but I mean, the Soyuz is down, and the Leon is, you know, relatively low HP. I think this would be a good time to push. Oh, I think they're gonna get the A-cap. I don't want to fire here. This would be a bad idea. I'd lose a lot of HP for like 1 or 2 salvos at most. Maybe we can clip with torps, although if we can finish the Uganda, I think that's a worthwhile salvo. But she's too far. Now this is where Kagera's range, I think Kagera has more range, would become useful. Surely they're gonna sink the Leon. Now I am marked by torpedoes, which are almost certainly heading in my direction. Maybe we'll get lucky with torps on the Leningrad. But I am marked by torpedoes. As a destroyer you can turn and pretty effectively avoid submarine torpedoes. All you really have to do is just remember that, oh, those torpedoes look very good. Oh, bad day. Bad day, Leningrad, bad day. It's a good day for me though, because now the submarine is basically gonna be alone. I mean, surely there's the Uganda, but she has no HP left. We're gonna get hit by these. I think we'll be fine even if we do. Yeah, unfortunately the ping is at the very back of my destroyer, so I should have reacted a little earlier to them. Or a little differently, I'm not really sure which. Submarine popping up again? But that's good, because now we know that the submarine is close enough that she can't do crazy... Oh, that's rough. That's pretty scary. Okay, I'm gonna be fine. But the Uganda isn't gonna be fine. 1 shell will be enough. Goodbye. And we dodge the submarine torps at the same time, of course. And we can see the oil spill from the sub. This is perfect. Now, all we have to do is sail on top of the oil spill and just dump our depth charges. I'm not gonna bring the other guns to bear, there's just little point. It's not gonna work out for me too well. I'll lose way too much. And that's exactly what I did. Never mind. Past me was being a little stupid, okay? Although sometimes these submarine players try to do this kind of shotgunning, but I am within 3 kilometers. I'm not even sure that those torpedoes would have been enough to kill me if I'm this close. But now she dove with like 2000 HP left, and unfortunately the only way I can finish them off is by sailing on top of her. But I mean, how hard can that be, right? She's 2 kilometers away from me. I've been sailing in her direction for like 30 seconds already. I'm right there, right? This should be really easy. Well, except it's not. It's gonna take some time. Like, imagine if there were enemy ships somewhere around here. I would get destroyed. Right? Because I've been chasing this submarine for like 50 seconds almost. And she started out at like 4 kilometers. But now, it's good night, U-190. Because remember, this is my cap zone. not yours. And now the game's over. Well, for me anyway. The Błyskawica gets to play on the other side. Surprisingly, our team actually didn't win overwhelmingly at the C cap. We won overwhelmingly at A. And I think that was partly due to me. But also the Nelson and the cruisers actually did back me up the entire time. And they played defensively, sure, but they still backed me up, right? That's why the Leningrad couldn't just come in and bum rush me, right? Because if she had done that with the help of the Uganda and the Leon, I would have had no chance. But anyway, this game's over. We're gonna win by points in like a minute. Okay, it took a little longer than a minute. They started touching the sea cap and they actually sank the Błyskawica, which would have extended this game even further if we hadn't won right before that. Wow. But they never touched my capzone. So we sank 4 ships. Sure, the 72,000 damage isn't that impressive, but I still got 2,000 base XP, which is head and shoulders more than... Wait, this was a tier 9 game? There's Benham number 2 on my team. I didn't fight any tier 9s. Wow. Well then, I genuinely didn't know. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.